What's up, everybody? Welcome to Planet-Pepe. Let's talk about 1967, San Francisco, California. At least it's not Southern California. It's Northern California. The Summer of Love, which was a huge cultural phenomenon and still resonates to this day, in my opinion. 1967, it was the hippie movement. You had like upperclassmen in high school, college students, runaways, all kind of congregating for this summer in San Francisco. And I mean, this isn't an off-topic video, but it's kind of it's cultural, but their music played such a heavy role in it. I mean, you had Janis Joplin, you had like so many like musicians go and perform and it was like basically one 3-month long party basically. It was pretty nuts. I mean, I'm not gonna pretend I was around for that or was there. I mean, I was born in 91, but I mean 1967, from everything I've heard, I mean, it was definitely a cultural phenomenon, and for some good and for a lot bad too. I mean, if you think about it, like I remember hearing, you can hear stories to this day about, like, there was a song, I think, by the Mamas and the Papas, like, if you go to San Francisco, wear a flower in your hair, but then the people would say, like, and a gun in your pocket or something, because like it kind of what turned into like a euphoric kind of like picturesque hippie summer kind of dived down into like a really bad autumn in San Francisco, where like you had like a lot of stragglers, a lot of drug problems, a lot of drug addicts, a lot of you had like home people who are homeless. So like what kind of turned into this, like, or what started out as this like like hippie kind of thing, eventually turned into like okay, so a bunch of people went back, because they had to go to school, they had to go to work, the summer was over, and you're into like mid-September, October, November, and I think and it was just it was kind of a shit show. And apparently they actually, like, the original people who started, I guess, the Summer of Love in San Francisco, apparently they like had like a funeral, pretty like a symbolic funeral, like it's over, it's done, like. And honestly, the aftermath, and I'm not even like being like they legitimately had like a hippie funeral, like, okay, like the summer of, like, it was in October, like it's like the Summer of Love is over, and like you had to deal with the aftermath, which was pretty horrific. I mean, again, like you had people who were turned into hardcore drug addicts, a lot of, like, a big homeless problem, there was a bunch of stuff. So I don't know, I mean, what could be a good thing could turn out to be a pretty bad thing, and it, the Summer of Love turned into the autumn of hell, I guess. But for what it's worth, when it was at its peak, it was. I mean, I was there. I wasn't there at all. I wasn't even born. But like, it seemed like it served a purpose, like in terms of like a staple, almost like a what's the concert, Woodstock. It was almost kind of like an elongated Woodstock, and instead of being like a 3-day thing, it was like a 3-month thing, and it didn't really end well, and kind of didn't really have and did not end on a high note at all. But I mean, a lot of problems with it for sure, but in real time, for a moment there, I think it was a culturally significant, positive thing, which I think is pretty cool. So Yeah, I guess I'll cut it here. All right, planet-Pepe, everyone. Peace out. Bye.